Thanks everybody for joining the Facebook group, starting to ask questions. I know a lot of you guys speak French. You'd like to have this in French. We're more than open to write to us. We're going to feel free to help you guys. If you have some questions, I can make a video as well for you guys. But we're trying to keep these as educational videos for everybody in the platform. And unfortunately, it's not just everybody that speaks French. So we're trying to hopefully have these translated down the road so that everybody can have their own language. But for now, it's going to be English, and we're going to dive right in. So the first thing that we want to talk about is what happened, what placement, what took place on the 28th of August, right? So for any orders that is being shipped to the U.S., you have to be aware that on August 28th, there was the change that all orders under $800 are now being taxed, right? So you have to pay duties when it's shipped overseas, not overseas, but in the U.S. So it's across the border, and that's a massive change that we didn't have to before, right? Any order that was under $800, it was a tax-free and a free trade agreement that we had. So now we have to consider that and then see what we can do to minimize the charges for customers, and if it's even a possibility that makes sense for you guys to offer that to your customers. So we're trying to find the solutions with our shipping partners to see what's the best solution, whether it's bulking up orders, paying duties only on the bulk of shipments that we do across the border, and then ship everything from there. But again, there's so many questions, and I think everybody has those questions that it's hard for us right now to get some answers. And there's a lot of your orders that either are stuck at the border because there's so many packages that now need way more, that have way more requirements, where we need a lot more information. Before, it was just an HS code that you could put with your product, and when it was shipped. Now we need the country of origin to be described, as well as the manufacturing details, supplier information, where it was actually produced, the warehouse location, the address, which is a lot more complex than simply adding an HS code and a country of origin of the product, as well as a commercial invoice, which was fairly simple to do. Whereas now, for example, if you guys are using Gildan products, well, Gildan manufactures all their yarn is manufactured into one place, but they do assemble their garments in multiple factories, whether it's Haiti, Honduras, Nicaragua. So we do have to specify, depending on the garment, where it's coming from, exactly that location. So that puts an extreme bind and stress on us as the company, because if you do this wrong and it's not reported properly, there's a lot of penalties that we can pay as a company, especially for you guys and for us, so on both sides, right? So we want to make sure that we're compliant with everything and just that it runs smoothly. So for now, we know that U.S. shipping is a big question mark. Everybody knew that it was going to be a big question mark, and I just think that it's even more than what we thought, in the sense that there's a lot of volume. It's roughly 40% from our suppliers, like our shipping partners, that are telling us that 40% of their business was going across the border, and now it's stuck, right? So they're at the border, they're trying to find solutions, they're trying to make it right. Whether it's stuck because the customers on the other end doesn't want to pay for it, so what are they doing? Are they returning it? Are they discarding the packages? So it's a big it's a big question mark. It's a big problem right now. So I just want to be transparent with you guys. We're trying to go through this and find the best solution that works for us, that works for you guys. And of course, the pipeline down the road is to open a facility in the US, but right now we're Canadian based, right? And our main focus right now is to make sure that we're shipping orders as fast as possible that we can in Canada, because our main market right now is Canada. So this is iteration one, step one of Printies on Demand, right? And we want to make sure that everything that is focused on the business right now is Canada. There's a lot of future ideas and where we want to go and products that we're selecting because we want to go international. But right now, the focus is to make sure that every order is delivered as fast as possible for Canadian customers, because we're producing locally, right? The goal for Print on Demand and the goal for this company is to locally produce garments, whether it's in Europe, in US, in Canada. So the company will go and grow into those markets to be able to ship locally, reduce the waste the footprint that happens whenever you ship cross border or international overseas, right? So if it can be locally produced, I think it's going to be faster delivery for your customers, better ecological aspect about the business, and just it's smart to do it that way, right? That's why we're doing print on demand. We don't want to do bulk and have waste, so why not produce locally to where it's shipped and delivered locally fast? So right now the main focus is Canada. We know the US is a massive question, and we're trying to again go through the process of finding solutions, whether it's a viable solution or it's simply something that doesn't make sense, and unfortunately we're going to lose all that business that goes to the US. That's definitely not something that we do want that we want to happen, because it's a part of our business, and we do like to offer that service cross border, which makes sense, but it might just result in us having to open US faster and sooner. So that's the gist of it. It's about shipping to the US. Ethan, is there questions you want me to go on the live on Facebook?
Not for now.
All right. So, did you send me the link in Slack? If you want to send me the link, I can go and check the live if there's questions. Yeah. So, if you guys have any questions, I know that we do this in their prompts, so you guys are not always here, but I know you guys like to go back and watch these. So, if you guys want to join, it's gonna get more popular with time, and I think more and more people are going to join live. So it's something that we want to make due to be here every single week to keep this active, so you guys know that we're always here around 2:15, right? That's the goal. So to go over the shipping, I think I answered the best to my capabilities of what we know right now, what's going on, and how we're going to find a solution, whether it's doing bulk shipments across the border and having to pay the duties once, right, for all those orders at us as a company, and taking that on for you guys so we can minimize the cost as much as possible. Obviously, the cost would change because we would inquire a higher fee from the duties that we would have to pay, but at least the customers on the other end would not have to pay for that, or you guys right away as a one order. So if we can combine all those orders together and pay one duty fee to ship those packages across the border, it's going to be a lot complicated and a lot expensive than to have every single order pay that fee, right? So that's the goal that we're trying to have right now, and we're trying to find a solution to see if it is possible. So solution one for shipping. And I think now there was also questions about neck tags. What can we do if we want to have multiple color variations for our products for neck tags? Because we do have a parent product, right? A paired image, a thumbnail image that we have for those neck tags. So what I want to do is jump right in and share my screen. So if I go in, I'm going to do this, and then we're going to go and jump right into a product here. So now I'm going to go in design tool. There's not much update. I went through the app last week, but there's going to be big updates over the weekend. So I'm excited to show you guys that next week. Now, first thing I'm going to jump is right into the neck tags. And if I wanted to, for example, have black neck tags for the shirt and not white, right? What I did on the first video is I uploaded 2 variations for 100% cotton. You can upload as many as you want. So your thumbnail is always going to go, and what I would do is use my color convention, right? So if I want to have blue neck tags for my 100% cotton shirts, what I would do is upload a off-white beige background with a blue 100% cotton artwork on it, so I would know that right away those are my blue neck tags. So this variation right here on the right is white. This one right here is black, and then the other one that I could create could be blue, could be pink, could be red, whatever you guys want to do. Now, the main reason why you're doing this is because you want to have those variants available for your products, and then when you select them, they're all automatically going to upload all of the sizing variants that you upload to that product. So let's dive in, and let's say that I just want to have black neck tags for this garment. I'm going to click on black, add artwork, and now you're going to see that I can add all my variants. So this is the first time I'm uploading that neck tag, which is the reason why I have to do this. So I'm going to go in and simply select the sizes. So I have these, and I really like using naming conventions, so it's super simple to go back and follow the rules. So if I go here and small 50/50 black, do I have small 100% cotton black? Yes, I do. Medium 100% black, large, and again, like I was saying, it's a lot easier to go through this when your naming convention for your files is simple to follow. So 2XL 100% black, and then 3XL. Nope, delete, I want to change that. All right, so now this neck tag variation is complete. So I can use it and reuse it for more products, and now all those black neck tags have been updated. If you go in, like I was saying last time, and you change all of these, it's going to update every single product that is using this artwork variation. So just be aware that if you're going into your black neck tags and you're changing everything here, and let's just say you're putting 50-50 cotton polyester instead of 100% cotton, now all your shirts that had this neck tag assigned to them are now going to be updated. So we're going to start producing all of your shirts with that new variation that you have. Simple tool, you can just go in and update these. Fairly simple, extremely fast, but just be aware that that's the dangerous thing about these neck tags, right? Now that I upload every single one of them, what I can do is simply save that product, but I want to show you what's going to happen if you do select that for a future product. You're going to click here, add again, and they're always going to be done because we reference this to this artwork thumbnail. So now we just update that product. And if I go in right here, you can see that they're all updated, right? They're all black, whereas before they were white. So I can just do the switch again. You know what? Hey, I don't like the look of that. Maybe it's too dark on the garment. I want to have white instead. Go here, click white, and now this product is automatically updated. Obviously, I did the white ones last week. So fairly simple to go in, update products, update neck tags on the fly, and then you can create as many as you want of these as well. So let's just say that in this this demo store that I created, I did create a few variations, right? So I personally just think white and black looks great on most garments, so that's what I would do. But if you want to have, like, for example, a blue print and a blue neck tag that matches for a specific product you're doing, maybe it's an event, maybe you're doing something for breast awareness month, right? So you have like a pink design on the front and you want to have pink neck tag. I've seen that in the past. I think it's a really nice touch. Why not do that? You have the flexibility to do it. You create a variation, a thumbnail just for that pink, and then you add it. So you can create, for example, 5, 6, 7, 8 products that have that front print, that pink front print, and then the pink neck tags. And then it's super simple to do. It's flexible. You can use it. So if you have any more questions about this, feel free to hit us up. I think we've went through iterations of this. Now it's probably the simplest way we've done it to where it's easy to navigate, easy to update, and it's pretty efficient. So I think that was the biggest questions that we have. Now there's one thing that we want to talk about, and it's DTF and DTG. So one of the big things that we want to announce is the fact that we're going to remove DTF from the products, the decoration methods and offering that we do offer for POD. And the reason why is simply turnaround time. We're trying to find solutions. We've bought really expensive machines to be able to have quick turnaround times for DTF. But right now it's simply hard to compete against DTG and the speed that we're able to produce DTG. Next week, Ethan, are we going to do a live video in the shop to showcase so exactly. The reason why I want to do a live video and show you in the shop the product, like the speed of which DTG goes, is really to iterate the fact of how simple it is for us to be able to be effective and efficient with DTG. The reason why is we simply take your shirt that's been picked from the wall. I call it the wall, but it's the inventory system. So we go in and take your garment, we put it on a cart, we bring it to that machine, we scan it. Automatically, the artwork that you place in your design tool is placed properly on the garment. We press 2 green buttons, the shirt goes through, comes back, it's completed. We put it into the dryer, comes out, and it's done. It can go to shipping right away. It can be binned for if you have a multi-order. It's extremely fast. Whereas for DTF, well, your artwork is printed onto a sheet, it goes into a roll, and that roll takes roughly 4 hours to print. And then if your artwork comes out first, it's in the center of the roll, right? And now that roll is taken, it's put onto a cutting plotter, and all that is automated. It's really nice, but it goes into the system, and now it's being cut, right? And every single sheet has to be taken, put aside, and now all those sheets are cut up. Well, okay, you take those sheets, we go into a binning system, which is a binning wall. And now we go and bin every single one of your sheets to be able to find them again when we get the garment from the inventory wall. So once all of the sheets are binned, now we're able to go and say, okay, hey team, all of these garments that have artwork for DTF are ready to be picked because now the sheets have been binned. So The team goes, prints out the labels to go get the garments. They go into the wall, which is the inventory wall. They go and pick your garments. They take now that big stack of garments, which has a bunch of you guys in the mix, right? So whether it's any customer, right? So they're all stacked together, combined. It doesn't matter. It's only the shirts. They bring that to the wall of all DTF sheets. And for example, maybe you have an artwork that's a left chest and you have one that's a front, a large front. Well, that would be 2 bins. So we have a massive wall of bins for all of your artworks. Now we go, and when we scan our garment, it tells us, hey, your artwork's in bin number 23. Now, okay, we take your garment, put it on another cart, take your sheet, put it on top of the garment. And then that creates a stack. It goes through the process again of going through a printer. So now the printer takes your garment, takes your sheet, scans the garment, it tells them where it's going on the shirt, right? Okay, perfect. Places the shirt, places the garment, stamps it. Now that garment needs to go to QC. Now the QC person takes that garment, makes sure everything is all right. Now it goes through the process again. So there's just so many touch points that we've nailed it down to try and be as efficient as possible with it. But for us to be able to ship orders under 3 to 5 days with DTF is extremely hard, especially with multi-orders. Because what happens if there's a damaged garment? Well, it has to go through the whole process again. Even though your printing is done rush, it's extremely hard to get the whole wheel done and produce in one day. So even if one shirt is damaged in the morning, to get that sheet reprinted, put it into the bin, get your garment picked, and put back on the floor in the same day is extremely hard. So we're gonna push back to the end of the month to let you guys do the switch from DTF to DTG. If it's not done by the end of the month, automatically all of your artworks are going to be switched from DTF to DTG. And then again, we're going to try to find a solution to bring DTF back. It's not that we don't like the quality DTF. I mean, the quality DTF is very nice. It's simply the labor involved and the time it takes to produce a garment. So we're trying to minimize that. Obviously, our goal is to be as fast as possible. Our goal is that your orders come in today and they're shipped out the same day or tomorrow morning, right? So we want to produce 24/7. We want to be able to be the Amazon of printing your garments, so that your customers really don't feel the fact that you're doing print on demand. That's what it should be. It should be just like a Nike or H&M or Aritzia, whatever you're ordering custom apparel from a large manufacturing company. They're not doing it on demand, right? It's you order and it's shipped the next day, and then it's delivered the next day after. It should be just like that with print on demand. So we have the technology for it, and that's why we're pushing it. I know it's going to bring a lot of friction to you guys in the sense that you're used to something, and I feel your pain. It's again, I would love to keep it. It just doesn't make sense for us to be able to deliver your orders on time. And now that we see the value of having those machines and what it does, it's outstanding. It's unbelievable to see the speed at which this machine can produce garments. The way that if there's a damaged shirt, we can go and pick that garment right from the wall right away and put it on top of the garment of the stack of shirts that the guy is printing right now, right? The team are taking. They take that shirt and it's done within 7 minutes. So within 7 minutes from your shirt being damaged, it goes into the system and it's being reprinted again. It takes 11 minutes to go to a dryer. It's QC'd and it can be shipped. So within an hour, the whole damaged shirt goes through the whole process and is done again. So that's the main reason as to why we're going all in to DTG. And I mean, the quality is outstanding. It's phenomenal. We're lucky to have the best printing technology in the world. So yeah, it's a big move because we did work a lot on DTF, and we're still going to try to find solutions for DTF. All of neck tags are still done with DTF, so we still get that same problem, except neck tags are a lot smaller, so it's a lot easier to manage the volume of that, as well as be able to find neck tags and match them with your garments. So it's just not the same volume, the same complexity that we have with larger artworks, as well as manipulation for front, back, left side, right side. So again, left sleeve, right sleeve right now is not offered for DTG. That's one thing that is coming. We did order pallets for all of our printers, so they should be arriving this week or next week. So that's one thing that is going to be offered. So sleeves that you were able to have with DTF are going to be offered with DTG again. So every product that you're offering right now and every process that you're offering right now with DTF is going to be transferred into DTG. So you don't have to worry that is my product going to be offered or not? Is it still going to be available? It's going to match, right? So we're going to receive the pallets whether it's today or beginning of next week. So by the time that you're willing to switch or you're doing your switch by the end of the month, everything is going to be converted and you're going to be able to process your orders exactly where you're doing it, except you're going to see that your orders are shipped that much faster. So I wanted to bring that up because I think that's an important point. I'm going to see what Melly and Ethan with the team if an email is going to be sent out today or we're going to send out an email early next week explaining more in detail as to what the switch is going to happen and how it's going to happen and the process you guys are going to have to do to either switch them previous to the October 1st or if you want it to happen automatically, what's the downside to do that, what's the upside, right? So or we're trying to be fully transparent here and help you guys as much as we can. So, yeah. Is there anything else that I need to bring up that we want to talk about?
Honestly, today, no.
I think we went over the main things. Maybe I want to talk about updates that's coming up. I think there's some exciting stuff. The catalog, your decorated product catalog is going to be updated. I know I've been saying this for the last 2 weeks. But this is going to be updated. So you're now going to see like buttons appear. There's just going to be, we're trying to remove friction, right? So everywhere we go, why are we clicking this? Why is this button here? Why does it even exist? Do we need it? Do we not need it? We're trying to remove as much as we can from the platform, from the process of creating a product. So let's just say that I'm going and creating a brand new product, right? Create a decorated product. Now I go here. Well, why am I seeing this? Why am I seeing this screen? Can I just, for example, I click create decorated product. Why can I just not land here first, right? Why do I have to go through this thing that I click here to go and select products? It just doesn't make sense to me. So like we're removing friction, right? It's going to go create decorated products and it's going to land right here. So it's going to be small UI stuff and experience stuff that you might not even see. It's just going to say, okay, well, the app just runs. It's smooth. It's easy. So now that you create a decorated product, like you can select your sizes. Well, we just removed that. You select the color, right? Because obviously if you don't want to select all the colors, all the sizes, you can do that in the design tool, right? You can go and remove any sizes you want here. So give you the flexibility to do that here, but not on whenever you're changing a product, right? So if you want to add sizes or colors, you're not going to be able to say, okay, I want to go only select small. No, it's going to be, well, choose another color. It's going to be, okay, I'm clicking this color. Automatically, they're all going to be selected. And then if you don't want to sell that product, don't sell it. But it doesn't matter if it's created, right? So that, and then there's going to be, if you go and upload artwork, you're going to see view old artworks or upload new artwork. And when you go and click upload new artwork, you're automatically not going to see this. It's going to give you this right away. And then if you upload the artwork, let's just say upload this, it's not going to do this. It's automatically going to upload, not here. You're not going to see this. It's going to skip that as well. It's automatically going to upload on the garment. So you're removing 3 steps because you don't need them. It's why it's there. Like, what's the reason behind them being there? There's a reason behind, but like, why are we showing it? Can we skip those steps? So the big question we're having right now is like, why? Why does it need to be there? Do we have to have that button? Does the button make sense to be there? Can we put it closer? Can we remove friction? So we want to make your experience as smooth as possible and as easy as possible to create new products, right? So simple things like that. Just having to click here and then click here on the right. It seems silly, but now we're going to be able to simply double click on an artwork and it's automatically going to load onto the design tool. So small features like that I'm really, really excited to show next week because it's small improvements that we can show you and that we can iterate and build with your feedback. So a lot of this came from your feedback actually. So send us feedback, tell us what you like, tell us what you don't like, give us, what do you think about removing this? We're trying to make this the best that we can, and we think that we're pretty smart at doing this, but again, your feedback is the most valuable thing that we can have, right? We need it to make this even better. So don't be shy to write us and say, hey guys, why is this button there? Like I would never use it, or why is it so far? Can we bring it closer? Can we do these things? It's the kind of stuff that moves the needle, and we need that. So you're part of this journey. You're part of making this app so much better. The iteration that we have right now compared to what it was 4 weeks ago is massive. I don't think you guys even remember how horrible it was 4 weeks ago compared to now, right? It didn't feel natural. You were going into the app and it was clunky, or it was bugs, or things like that. Whereas now it feels a lot more like an app. Well, it's just going to be better and better with time. So with that, I think it's because of you guys, with your feedback. So again, it's exciting stuff. I'm excited to do this next week and show more. The order page is going to be massive. I'm not even going to talk about it because I'm so excited about that. I've been bugging our dev team for so long. So I'm really excited for you guys to be able to see the new order page that we're going to create for you guys to submit bulk orders or simply submit sample orders manually, right? Going through this workflow right now is clunky, doesn't make sense. So that's a big upgrade that's going to come up next week. I know a lot of you guys like to sell products to your customers, or maybe you're a designer that is making designs for your customers, and you do like to sell merch to them as well as selling them designs. So why not be able to do it on the platform in an easy way instead of having to set up a Shopify and do that when you're not selling on Shopify? You're just a designer that sells your design graphic services to your customers. Maybe it's a pizza shop, maybe it's a lawn mowing company, right? And then why don't you sell the apparel for him, right? So you guys are doing it right now by going through Shopify, creating an order, and then processing in the app because it's so clunky to do it in the app. Well, let's save some money on Shopify. You don't even need it. You can just use the app, process some orders if that's your thing. Of course, 90% of our users sell through Shopify or Etsy and make a living off of that. But we do have a 10% of users that do this on the side because they're great designers, and why not offer it, right? It's extra money for them. So we're trying to help you guys as well be able to process larger orders. So yeah, I think I did a nice turn around the app. Update on shipping, update on processes, decoration methods, and next week is going to be a big one. Melly, do you have any questions? Do you want me to add anything? It's good. All right. Well, again, feel free to shoot in the chat if you have any questions. We're here to answer them, be as transparent as possible. Make sure you guys are as successful as you can be. Yeah. Melly, I think, has something.
Someone was asking
Yeah.
earlier this week. So if, let's say, I can come closer if
Of course.
you're here, but if one of their customers, is supposed to have received their package,
Yes.
but they haven't seen their package for some reason, it's been lost or maybe
Yes.
stolen.
Yes.
So our partners need to replace that same order, so the customer can receive it.
Yes.
Are we planning on adding a feature like a button where they can just duplicate that same order and have it, submitted to production once more, so we can produce it again without them having to recreate that whole order?
Of course. I hear you loud and clear, and we want to make this available as soon as possible, right? Is it going to be before Q4? I don't think so. Just being realistic with what's happening in the volume of things that we're trying to update in the app. We're going to try to make everything easier, whether it's reporting a lost package. You're going to be able to go on the app and do all of that with access to chat, live chat, things like that. But being able to resubmit an order, a duplicate order, I don't know why, but it seems complicated to develop. So in my mind, it's like, hey, I just want to copy this order and just resubmit it. But every time I bring it up to the dev team, it's like, okay, we can put it in a pipeline, but it's going to be like a 3-week thing. So 3 weeks right now is there's so many other things before. So again, I think maybe on the chat we can put, and not on the chat, but on the group, like features that users want to have, and they can vote on it, right? So I ask our dev team to do a bunch of stuff, and oftentimes it's pushed back because it's like, hey, we have to prioritize, right? And I think the word prioritize is often misused in the sense that a priority is only one thing. You cannot have two priorities, right? A priority is the first thing you're doing. So if I have 10 priorities, they're not priorities anymore, right? So I think it's going back to the drawing board and saying, okay, what's the priority? What are we working on? And maybe ask the dev team to be more transparent about that. Maybe even on the Facebook group, saying, hey, you know what, guys? Here's what we're working on. We see that you voted for all of these. Here's going to be maybe the next one. It's not a priority right now because we're working on this. But hey, here's number 2. Here's number 3 that we're going to develop. Maybe something's going to happen that, hey, it has to be bumped up or anything like that. But yeah, right now I think a priority is only one thing. And obviously when I come in and I ask for 12 changes, we use Monday board for that. Like the whole team works on Monday. So it's often put on the Monday board, but it's not prioritized because things go before. But they do eventually get done. Just like the order page that I've been requesting for almost a year is finally getting done. So inventory was a big thing. They've been working on it for the last since the new release of the app has been launched. They've been working on the inventory system as well. So that's coming soon. I'm not saying any time frames because you never know with tech what can happen, right?
Wow,
So
nice.
it's a big feature that's going to be, again, I think it was more important to focus on that before focusing on duplicating an order because let's be honest, the goal is that our shipping partners don't lose packages. So let's just say like the goal is that the percentages of shipping that is lost is minimal compared to, for example, the amount of orders that you're trying to submit that don't have inventory, right? So that's why we prioritize that before everything else. But yeah, I hear you loud and clear, and I would like to make it a feature, whether it's even if you don't duplicate, but hey, you can go in your Shopify store, duplicate the order there, and then you have like, for example, a discount code automatically apply. Like there's workarounds for now that we could solve or find and be creative about, right? So I think duplicated directly from the app is something that's hard because how is your customer going to be notified for the order that's being shipped? So I think you would always have to go back to your Shopify store and be like, okay, like I'm gonna duplicate that order. It's gonna come into the app, but I'm gonna have a discount code, or I'm gonna have something that maybe it's I don't know. We could use a tag for orders or a feature that is requested and it's done automatically. But the reason why the duplicate is complicated is because of that, right? It's because how are we gonna go notify the customer on his Shopify when we're creating a duplicate order in the app? So of course we can send information to Shopify, but if there's no order created with that, it's just never going to come in. So I think that's why every time I'm talking to the guys about, hey, let's just duplicate this, let's do that. Give me a feature to where I can add more products into an order. It always gets them like flustered because they're like, oh well, how do we handle what is in Shopify? We can't add more products to a Shopify order. We can't duplicate a Shopify order in the app, right? Shopify does not let you control their code. So I think that's maybe the reason why they feel so yeah, like not open to talking about that solution, but being open-minded and trying to find solutions around it is what I like doing the most. So whether it's again discount codes or maybe just I don't know. I'm trying to be creative, right? Discount codes is like, okay, it makes sense, but would you use it? Would you copy it? Would it be automatically applied? Would you have to go to a process to be approved for it? So it's the whole process we have to go through and iterate to make sure that it is feasible and makes sense for them as well as for us, right? And maybe that order could also be put into a rush or priority, so it's reprocessed as fast as possible. Like there's all those little things that make a massive difference in the end. So yeah, I think that's a great question. You have any more like that? I think that's good.
On the top of my head, no.
Yeah.
No, it's just something that happened earlier
Yeah.
this week.
I mean, especially with shipping to US right now,
Exactly.
it's yeah. The packages, we don't know what's happening to them. They've been stalled for like 6-7 days. They're either lost. Do we redo them? It's complicated. Some are coming back because they don't have the right information. The product does not have the right information, so it's being shipped back or it's being destroyed. Or so yeah, I think right now it's a big pain point, and it's not just because of shipping companies. It's because of what happened, and yeah. So I did like the free trade for that, but it's okay. We'll go through it.
It's okay.
Yeah. That's fun. So I like questions like that because you get the perspective, you get the true perspective of what our goal is and what we want to do with this, right? So when I go into these lives, I don't have any questions. I'm just trying to wing it. But yeah, when I get questions like that, that maybe are the like harder questions, I just answer truthfully about what it is and what we can do. So if you had any more questions, guys, or like you see this feedback that I'm giving, join the lives. It's the best way to do it. I'm here to answer those hard questions. So whether it's, I don't know, there's missing products, or I would like to have more products. Printful offers 300, Printify offers 1,000. Why are you guys only offering 70 products? Ask me these questions. I'm an open book, and I'll be transparent with you guys. We're extremely grateful that you're willing to partner up with us to help us do this. We're really good at what we're doing, and I think we can deliver amazing products fast to your customers. And what is feasible right now for us is going to be completely different in a year, in 2 years, in 3 years, right? So it's just a reality of what we're doing, where we are right now. So it's not that we can't, but yeah. So join the lives and ask the hard questions. So yeah, I think this was good.
I think it's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So see you guys next Friday. We're gonna go in the shop. We're gonna show more about the workflow. The guys are working right now. It's really cool to see. And then we're gonna maybe we can start with the computer with all the updates, because there's gonna be so many. I'm really excited to show them, and then we can go and walk into the shop.
Yeah, let's do this.
Yeah,
Like
so-
in 30 minutes.
Yeah, 30 minutes. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, all right. Thanks, guys.
Nice.
Have a good one. Talk soon.